President von der Leyen, Vice President Marguerite Skinas, Monsieur le Bourgmestre, Excellencies, Ambassador Chaim Regev, ambassadors, rabbis, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, good evening, happy Chanukah, Chanukah Sameach. Welcome to the Chanukah celebration here on Rond-Point Schuman, Brussels, at the heart of the European Union, organized for the 17th consecutive year. Tonight's EuroChanukah is organized by the European Jewish Community Center in partnership with the European Jewish Association and under the patronage of President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, and Mr. Philippe Claus, Mayor Bourgmestre of Brussels City. Thank you for your presence and thank you for your collaboration. We would also like to acknowledge the distinguished presence of ambassadors and their representatives representing the US, Israel, and several countries of Europe. Thank you very, very much for coming and for honoring us with your presence. We also have the honor of a very special guest. He is actually the honorary chairman of Dialogue and Diversity. His name is Omar Harfouch, and he's joining us for tonight's celebration. Omar, thank you very much for coming. Last but not least, to my dear friends, thank you. Thank you, each and every one of you, for showing up today. We are very aware that showing up today is not like showing up last year or 2 years ago. It is extremely different. It feels different. It is difficult. It requires courage. Somehow, I must say, wanting to hang on to hope demands courage. Sometimes, I must say, just rolling on the other side of bed, just pulling your blanket on top of you, blaming the world when you have so many reasons for, is easier than actually showing up. But today, you've shown how important it is to hang on to the light. You've shown that Chanukah, even though the story happened 2,000 years ago, is so present today, and actually I must say, more than yesterday, or at least in my life, more than the years before. We live in complicated times. Some of us are scared. Some of us fear differently. Some of us are angry. Some of us are hopeless. Some of us have already seen this happen 70 years ago, and yet we know that light prevails. We know that if it's not daylight yet, it will come. We know that hanging on to light and to the Spirit and to our spirit is actually the way and probably the only way to go. Elad spoke last week. Elad is from the Nir Oz kibbutz. I was very, very moved by his testimony, but he finished by something so beautiful. He said, "My enemies wanted to kill me. They killed my friends. They burnt my home. I have nothing left. I'm a refugee here in Brussels, but one thing they did not kill my spirit. I will rebuild a home. I will have a bigger family, and I will show that life prevails." These are not my words. These are Elad's words. And I want to say that we hang on to light with you, Elad, and with all of us together, because we know that light will work. Thank you. I just wanted to conclude with just one more thing that is dear to my heart today, and I want to share. We're going to talk about the story of Chanukah today. We're going to talk about the Maccabees looking for the little bit of oil. But just remember something interesting. We keep saying that the cruse of oil was so little, and it was enough for only one day. And that, I must tell you, gives me so much comfort. Because when I hear the story again, I realize that actually what we need is a little bit. And when we have no strength and we think we can't do it anymore, we should remember that it was just a little bit of oil that was enough. You know what's that little bit? The little bit is the work. The little bit is the effort. The little bit is the courage. The little bit is the hope. And all we need to do is a little bit. Because with a little bit, light will prevail and we will win. Thank you so much, Chanukah Sameach. Well, as you see, this place is beautiful, and we have to thank many, many people for that. I will go on in order with all my thank yous, but I will begin with my dear husband, Avi. Thank you very, very much for making this happen. Thank you for the tremendous efforts. Thank you for believing in our crazy ideas. Thank you very much. The floor is yours.